This day, today, right now, there's something really miraculous taking place. It's coming up right now. You're about to take a breath, breathe it in. Did you know right there's about 100 billion miracles taking place all simultaneously just to deliver that one breath to your lungs? You know that you get 20,000 of those every day? You know that one of the miracles, you don't have to even think about it. They just happen, right? You're sleeping away, your heart's pumping, your lungs are breathing for you, and how does it happen? It's called a miracle, and in this miracle, there's a lot of, decisions we got to make, right? And it seems like it's primarily a gamble, and it really is. Life is a gamble, right? And the encouragement today is that if you're going to gamble, we got to identify, first of all, what are the rules of the game? And secondly, how do we want to play the game, right? And because we've been led to believe that, the greatest gamble of all is to strike it out on your own, go for financial independence, leave the, rat race and the daily grind behind, and basically take upon all the risk yourself in exchange for the freedom. And we've been led to believe that that's a huge gamble and not worth it. And that freedom, the reward of freedom is not worth the risk of responsibility, right? And I'd invite you to consider that they didn't tell us the right rules. That's not actually the way it goes. Because if we go about it that way, then we give away all our power, right? And you can never actually win that way. It's kind of like, folding every time on purpose. It's like if they told us, yeah, every time you get dealt cards, you got to fold. And don't worry, you're going to win eventually. But you keep bleeding your chips. You keep anteing up and keep anteing up. And you always fold and you always fold because you're like, that's what they told me I got to do. I got to fold in life. But saying is, you got to know when to fold them and when to hold them, right? Or hold them and fold them, whichever way. And my friend, you got to understand that you folding your cards perpetually, never going after your dreams, never going all in on that and pushing all your chips into the middle and saying, I'm throwing down today. Today's the day. I've spent a long time not doing this, but I know that it's been building in my heart and I know that I need to. And so today I push them all in, come what may, no matter what. That's right, let them ride. And guess what? When we do it that way, the jackpots that we receive in our life are outrageous and extraordinary, like beyond what you could even possibly imagine in regard to like just the wins that can take place for you so rapidly. But guess what? That really low key risk that they've led us to believe is like the way to do it. Pretty much like just fold every time, don't go in on your own, just go clock in your hours at some other job somewhere. Let them take upon the risk. As long as you've sat in your seat for long enough moments in that duration of time, you're going to get your paycheck. And we've been led to believe that that is a less risky scenario. And it's not. It's the most risky scenario. It's the most risky one of all because you find yourself at the end of it with just regret. Just regret. All your chips have been bled out. You didn't get a chance on how to play them, right? And that's the reason it's really important that we identify how we want to play the game. Do we want to play the game to actually win something meaningful, valuable, fulfilling? Like, do we want to win the game of purpose in our life? Or do we want to win the game of, incrementally, gradually over time, maybe getting a little nicer car and a little bigger house and 401k and a white picket fence? Is that going to be the thing? Is that what we're really looking for? I don't think so, guys. And really, the risk of like, is it going to be all that it's cracked up to be when I finally get there to that, gold-plated watch at retirement and the things that we're all promised, you know what I mean? All the carrots at the end of the stick. Is it actually going to be that way? I mean, I happen to know, and you happen to know, plenty of people that have reached retirement and have not the means by which to actually support themselves. And they have to do either working for much, much longer or, basically living off their kids or their family in some way, or like it's a twisted scenario that perhaps did work 50 years ago, but it doesn't anymore. And the level of freedom that's currently available to us is so astounding that it really deserves attention, really. I mean, if we want to make a huge impact and have a lot of outrageous amounts of time to spend with our kids and our family and our wives and our husbands and in our lives in the way that we choose to, then it's not really left up to us to try the other method any longer, really, if you think about it, because we know what the other method is. It entails 2 weeks of vacation a year, so that means you have to work 50 of them to get those 2 weeks, right? And of those 50 weeks that you're working, most of that time is commuting to work, coming back from work, or working itself. And even the time that we get beyond that, say the weekends or whatever, is so tortured with the stress of knowing that we have to go back to this unfulfilling job on the Monday. Let's just say we get off on Friday, and for me, and for instance, this was my reality. On Fridays, I was so looking forward to that bell to ring. Boom, at 6 p.m. I get to go, thank God. But then what happens? Oh man, no friggin' way. I gotta go back on Monday? No, dude. It's almost like just the temporary release from prison. And then knowing that you just got to submit yourself back, I guess. Just, we have to lock ourselves back in come Monday. And this is no kind of life. This is a risk that is untenable. And it's definitely not in our best interest. It is disadvantageous to us, right? And so, my friend, I'm just going to invite you to consider today's the day, maybe the day. I hope it's the day for you that you decide you're going to go all in on you, 100% on the things that you want to see resident within your life a year from now. Now, a year might seem like a long time, but it's actually going to arrive much more quickly than you think. But if you consistently endeavor to put some pieces of this puzzle in place over the next 365 days, you will need a telescope to see where you used to be, because you're going to be so far ahead. So I'll just invite you to consider, as you're gambling today, because you're gambling with every choice right now, that you gamble on you. You go all in on you, and you tune out all those voices, probably a lot of them being well-intentioned voices, that would encourage you to just keep folding your cards every day on your dreams. Because your dreams, the cards pop up each day, gives us another opportunity to pursue them. But if we just keep folding them, eventually those cards of purpose and fulfillment and joy and peace and love and freedom, they're just going to stop coming up in the deck. And guess what happens at a certain point? It's beyond our capability to change. So since you do have the capability today to change it, because you are still breathing today, and you do still have some energy in you, even though it might have been drained out of you, right? Like a battery that just is like, I don't know, it just keeps getting cranked, but you never go anywhere, and nothing's ever happening. It's just, well, if you got drained dry, and if your batteries are dead, I get it. I've been there, 100%. That's how I lived the last maybe decade of my life, when I was just spinning my wheels on the hamster, or when I was the hamster on the wheel, right? But now I got some vibrance, some life to share with you, and I'm excited to do it. And so, with that, my friends, all in is the call of the day. All in, nothing less than that, on your dreams, your purpose, your fulfillment, the meaning that you want to attach to your life. It's available as long as you take action on it, as long as you don't keep folding your cards. Pick them up, go all in. Today's the day. I encourage you.